Many people see the 3-day weekend of Labor Day as a way to forget about work. But Jesus uses it to redefine our idea of work. Today he walks into the synagogue where he grew up. He takes the scroll and he chooses to read the place in Isaiah on purpose. God's Spirit is upon him to bring good news to the poor, freedom to captives, sight to the blind, release to the crushed, and to declare a year that resets everything under God. Today, he says, not someday, but today. At first, the people listening love the sound of it. But then their pride kicks in. Familiarity whispers they know better. Wait, isn't this Joseph's boy? Instead, they say, do here in Capernaum. Show us some miracles. Prove it. And so Jesus names their real problem, hardened hearts that want miracles instead of conversion. He reminds them that God's mercy often shows up where people are humble and where they're hungry for mercy. A widow outside of Israel, a foreign officer washed clean, as he referenced. The hometown crowd turns from praise to rage. They push him to the edge of a cliff, but then he passes right through the crowd because they're so blinded by their indignation. They're pushing and shoving, and they've lost sight of why they're angry. All they know is that they are mad. So this begs the question for us. What is work for a Catholic on Labor Day? Well, we believe it's not only a paycheck. They're important so that we can take care of our families. But it's more so about participating in the mission that Jesus announced in Nazareth. Our jobs are the place where the poor should hear the good news. Your shop or your classroom can be a way home for someone stuck in shame. Your desk should become a gateway for weary hearts to find kindness and courage. Your hands are meant to set prisoners free and to lighten the burdens of others. But let's be honest, work can also feel like the edge of a cliff. Envy, resentment, familiarity. We look at our coworkers and say, who do they think they are? We roll our eyes at some new idea they have. We hold on to grudges. We want God to move, but on our terms. And when grace threatens to take control away from us, well, we shove Jesus to the edge of our hearts. Catholic doctrine on work is not complicated. Human work shares in God's creative mission. It is dignified when it serves the person, the family, and the common good. It becomes holy when it is united to the cross and offered in the Eucharist. And it is ordered toward rest, not laziness, but the worship that restores the human heart. If our work starves our prayer life, if it crushes the poor, and if it trains the soul to be a consumer rather than a disciple, something is out of order. Notice the pattern of Jesus' work today. He's intentional about the text he chooses to proclaim. Purpose, not incidental. Ask God for your purpose in your work. Second, he announces freedom before he performs signs. The word comes first in our lives. Let Scripture set the flow of our daily work. Third, he honors the ordinary rhythm, the synagogue, the reading, the sitting down, because grace builds on good habits. Build holy patterns in your work. Fourth, he refuses to perform on demand. He is Lord, not a mascot. Don't make prayer a tool to prop up your plans. And finally, he moves on when hearts harden and he doesn't have bitterness towards them. Some meetings with others end with him simply walking through the middle of the crowd and going his own way. Learn the freedom to release what is not yours to carry. Workers, does your daily effort lift up the lowly or just lift up your status? Do you bring Eucharistic reverence even as you're clocking into work? Employers and managers, do your policies proclaim liberty to captives, or do they build new cages? Do your wages and your schedules respect the dignity of families, and do they honor the Sabbath? Those between jobs or those who are burned out from their work, remember your worth is more than your output. Christ's Spirit rests on you in everything that you do. Let him heal what work has injured within you. And finally, try 3 things this week to sanctify your labor. Consecrate your tools. Before you begin your work, perhaps trace a small cross over your hands and pray for the glory of God. Seek the unseen. Learn the name of the person in your office, often overlooked. Perhaps the janitor, the new hire, the widow who's in the next cubicle. Serve them without being seen. Close the gap. If there is someone you have shoved to the edge of the cliff with gossip, with coldness, then go to them first. Apologize and release the debt. Do we want Jesus in our workplaces? Or are we just asking him to make the shift go faster? Do we hunger for the Eucharist enough to let it reorder our calendars, our tempers, and our ambitions? The spreadsheets, the cattle, the farm, the lesson plans, the calloused palms. Let him take all of them. Let him bless them. Let him redeem them, and then give them back to you. Not for our glory, but for his, and for the life of the world.